So today, July the 10th, 2019, Bank of Canada just announced their interest rate decision. Do you know what happened to the interest rate? Stay tuned. So thank you for watching my channel. This channel is all about teaching new mortgage agent making more money faster. So if you like what about this video, please subscribe to my channel and I will have a weekly update video for you. So anyway, Bank of Canada just announced their interest rate decision today, and the decision for them is to keep the interest rate remain unchanged. Now that is no surprise to us because we already predicted that would be happening. What is more interesting is that they are thinking that the interest rate is going to go down sometime this year. The reason behind that is because of the trade tension or the trade conflict between US, China, and all over the world. So that would probably slow down the economy, the economic growth for the world. And so US as well as most of the European countries actually already plan to decrease their interest rate or other measure to boost the economy. And in fact, China already used some of their strategy to boost the economy. So that's what the Bank of Canada is looking at, and they say that even though the locally Canadian economy is doing pretty well, but they predict that in the near future there might be some slowdown in the world. So they want to keep the interest rate remain unchanged for now. Okay, so I hope that explained the interest rate decision. Not just that it is not changed, but why it is not going to change, and also in the future what is the trend of the interest rate. That would help you when you talk about the interest rate with your client. Now, I also want to talk about something because a lot of clients ask me, back in December, I already predict that the interest rate is going to go down, and in fact, it did. A lot of the mortgage rate, the fixed rate mortgage rate already decreased. And if you know, look at the bank, like the big five bank or everything, like the fixed rate interest rate is already going down. However, today's interest rate decision by Bank of Canada is no change. So a lot of clients ask me, and a lot of students ask me, well, if the fixed rate interest rate going down, I thought you said going down, Calvin, why is the decision today is unchanged? So today we are going to also tell you something about the relationship between the fixed rate mortgage rate as well as the Bank of Canada rate or the prime rate. Okay, so these two rates, the interest rate usually goes, in the same direction. So if the Bank of Canada rate is going up, the fixed rate mortgage, the rates would also go up. However, they tend to have a different timing, and you have to understand why so that you can have more knowledge to talk about it with the client. The reason is because the fixed rate mortgage rate is actually controlled by the bond rate, B-O-N-D, the bond rate. What is bond rate, or what is bond? Bond is actually kind of like a loan that you borrow to government, to the business, to company. they issue bonds so that you can, say, buy their bonds. In reality, kind of like borrow money to this company or to this government. And there is a bond market. In fact, the bond market is bigger than the stock market. So people buy and sell bonds in the market. So that's the reason why most of the time the fixed rate mortgage rate is reacting more faster or earlier than the Bank of Canada rates, because say that in the stock market, if you predict that the stock price would go up, would you wait till it go up to act? No, you would buy now and wait till it go up and then you sell to make a profit. Same with the bond market. If you predict that, looking at the world economy, I think that it will slow down. Would you wait till it slows down to go into the market? No, you act now so that you make a profit from that. And that's why when the bond move, it is usually faster than the actual move of the Bank of Canada. And Bank of Canada is kind of like the government indication, is telling the business world and also telling you that, I think the economy is going to go down in the future. So, I would, try to start boosting the market. So they are more slower. They react more slower to the interest rate. So that's the reason why back in March or earlier this year, the fixed rate mortgage rates already dropped their interest. Yet the Bank of Canada rate is still remain the same. Okay, so I hope you learned something today. See you next week.